wrong fucking screen on. It's okay. It's here yet. I think it cuts off the music if I go to this one. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's fine. What's up, CO2 Metal? How you doing? Planes are coming. I just gotta get ready first. Very nice. Just give whoever might be awake right now a minute to pop in here. Exactly a minute, actually. 7 1,000, 8 1,000, 9 1,000. What are you up to this morning, CO2 Metal? I'm getting ready to fly some aeroplanes. Dying Light 2? I've not played that. I was watching YouTuber Vito play some Elden Rings, and I don't think that's a game for me. Maybe Dying Light is, though. Sorry, just have to do a little thing here. There we go. Alright. I think I'm good to go. Play the first one? No, I've not played the first one. Should I play the first one first? Should I play the first one first before I play the second one? Oh no. God, I need a new everything. I need a standalone mic. I might not need a new headset. I don't need to play the first one. The first one looks fun though. I mean, but isn't it one of those games where you have to like dump a whole bunch of time into it and it's constantly like upgrading and stuff? Maybe I do want to just jump straight into the second game. Fuck. Uh-oh. Excuse me. I hope it's not COVID. I hope it's just hit vaporized concentrates I just put into my lungs. Excuse me. Parkour stuff? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the game looks so cool. It looks like you can get really creative, like just killing zombies and shit. Hey, Pickle. I feel like I look strange when I'm not wearing a hat. I just got a haircut though. I'm always wearing a hat on stream. When I look at myself on the monitor, I feel like half of my head is missing or something. Getting so used to see myself with a hat on. You got any more fans? What do you mean by that? I'm not presumptuous enough to assume that anyone who watches me is a fan. But I do appreciate it. Here we go. Aha! Fuck. I'm still happy with that run. I mean, yeah, sometimes. I mean, I don't have a consistent enough. I mean, the hours that I don't stream. All right, here's the deal. I only stream whatever game I feel like playing, which is not the popular game that's gonna get people in here watching. So I'm not getting organic viewers that way, which is my fault. I don't have a consistent streaming schedule, and I stream at ridiculous hours, like 3 in the morning to look. It's like almost 7 in the morning in America, Central Time Zone. So, no upticks lately, but you know, I'm not worried about it. I keep my presence up on here so you guys don't forget about me. I don't play video games unless I'm streaming them. Actually, I was playing Plants vs. Zombies. Because I've just been like, I don't know, for some reason been kind of restless, and need something to just distract me while I'm just sitting around here. And I did play some of that today without streaming. What the hell's going on with my plane? Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
Man, I really need a lot of practice on this bombing.
pressure on the enemy. They're winning. We've suffered a defeat. Everyone back to base.
Damn it, why am I so fucking broke? What the fuck? What the hell is going on? This never fucking happens. This never fucking happens. Guess I gotta switch out this plane. Can I even fucking do that? No, I can't do shit. Wow. Fuck. I think it all started when I tried to play a damn worm level. How many do you get? No, thank you. Wow. Now I see how this game is, how predatory it is. Where people are addicted to it. Continue without repair, you cunts. I still think the game is fun. I've never spent a penny on this game. I don't understand though, it's like the payouts are less or something now. I don't understand how I don't have, cause like I won money in that match, it was telling me on screen, like what the fuck? God fucking damn it. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Look how many, I mean, if you've been around for a while, who knows how many fucking hours I've sunk into War Thunder, seriously.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
My computer? I don't even know. I don't know nothing about computers. I have to fucking have people get on like that program where they could get inside your computer and do everything for you. That's how I fix my computer. I have people in England and California that, yeah! In England and California who have to go through the internet and fix my problems for me. And luckily I haven't had to do that for a couple of years. But my computer is capable, but then again, I have these problems. Like I'm trying to I try to use TREAMLAB to stream like a game like what's it called, Overcooked, and my computer crashes every time, and no one can give me the answers of why it's happening. So it's like it's not my video card. It's like, what's the fucking problem? But it's just, you know. That's why I don't like computers. They have these problems that leave people scratching their heads. It's like,
The enemy is winning.
every time I try to look up the solutions to these things, it's like I'm never satisfied with the answers given. God damn it. No, this is on PS4. I've streamed a few games, like I've streamed what's that game? That Edgelord game. What's that Edgelord game? The Hatred. I streamed that. I streamed Overcooked playing with people over Discord a bunch of times, and then just one day it just stopped working. It's just the computer crashes every time I go live. of people who know about the computers, and they've given me a couple solutions. I tried them and didn't work. So it's just frustrating, and you only have so many hours in a day. It's like, how much time am I gonna spend trying to figure out how to fix this damn computer, and it ends up just getting lost. And I'm just not doing anything. Because there's so many other things to do. It's just endless things that need to be done. Or endless things you haven't even checked out yet, entertainment-wise. So that's why PC gaming, I haven't gotten that much into PC gaming. I'm not in a hurry to fuck up this computer though, you know? It's opened up a lot of things for me. Like I couldn't do the Twitch in the multi-streaming and all that other stuff without the computer. So
Attack hostile base. The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
here we go. Peace out, yo. Peace out, yo. Is that me?
We've lost, but next time, victory will be ours.
Okay. Tell that to the blowed up dead people. Excuse me. 10th place, not bad for me. I got first place yesterday. Sometimes I just have these berserker rages in this game. What the fuck? Why aren't I earning money? The fuck is going on? Stopped earning silver lions, War Thunder. Oh shit. Come on. I gotta make it. Fuck! Unbelievable. Yeah, we're fucked now.
We suffered a defeat. Head back to base.
What the fuck? It said I won thousands of these in the last round. Why the fuck is it doing this? Damn it. I forgot. Which one is closer? Oh my god! I didn't even get to drop a single motherfucking bomb. Ooh. It's so frustrating. It's impossible.
The enemy is winning.
This is a view. Oh my god. Well, that's all she wrote. When it comes to War Thunder, I'm done playing the game for the night. One moment, please hold. I paused the visuals, but I forgot to mute the mic, I'm pretty sure. Are we gonna win this? Maybe I'll get some points then. Yes, we're winning. Fingers crossed. Ah, God, I guess I have to be on some more winning teams. I need to stop slacking off and get the team to the win. I must have done something wrong to fucking eliminate all my cash like that. Fuck you. Stop taunting me, you fucking cunts. It's enough War Thunder for today. Fuck you, War Thunder. I don't want to play anything else. Fuck you, PlayStation. I didn't even ask you to download those other things. I don't need Ghost of Tsushima Legends. What's up, MC ADHD 666 Volume 2? How you doing? Fucking, man. Getting sick of video games. I think I should go back to Assassin's Creed Pirates, finish that off, and then maybe jump into Guardians of the Galaxy. That's one I've been meaning to play. That one's supposed to be good. You still there, MC ADHD 666 Volume 2? I hope so. Cause she's about to get real. Up in here.
I hate reggae music, I hate it.
Monster. Chicago. Monster. Chicago.
Fine, considering having 2.5 minimum Ukrainian refugees in my country now. MC ADHD 666, where you at? MC ADHD 666 Volume 2 says, you're from Poland, we border Ukraine. Yes, yes, yes. MC ADHD being, what would your response be to the articles and outcries from people saying that, the Syrian, refugee slash migrant crisis, Poland's response to the Syrian refugee slash economic migrant crisis for the people who are flowing in to take advantage of the refugee thing. They've erased the differences between those two situations, between someone you're landlocked with, the Ukraine, and whoever was showing up, passing over the border through the Syrian refugee, migrant, and refugee crisis. I just asked you the most malformed thing ever. I don't even think I formed an actual sentence or question doing that. But what do you think about the people who are comparing the Ukraine situation and the Syrian refugation and how how Poland reacted to it? God damn. It is very late at night. It's so late at night, it's almost 8 in the morning. So, cut me a little slack. Are you still there, MC ADHD? Oh, there you are. Those refugees had countries that bordered Syria, countries that were safe. Yeah, and according to international law, those countries should take them in. We have no border with Syria. Yeah, yeah, obviously. But also there was the issue with the Syrian refugee crisis where yeah, this people from safe countries were piggybacking onto the Syrian refugee crisis in large numbers. just for economic gain. They wanted to go someplace where they can make some more money, and it's just not sustainable to just, yeah. And I just feel like people were being a little unfair to I mean, if you know my last name, Holovitsky, I'm Polish. And for them to be like, hey man, Germany, you're fucking up, kinda. You're causing yourself a lot of problems by not regulating this. And same with Sweden. In certain areas, they were having problems by probably not regulating how they were handling the situation the best way possible. But, you know, then again, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not there, and it's just my speculation off of gathering all the information that I have. That that has crossed my eyes, better yet. Oh, but MC-ADHD. Did you know that I started taking ADHD medication at the beginning of this year? Yeah, the Ukraine thing is they're only sending women and children. I think they're mostly sending women and children because I keep on seeing reports where there are men definitely getting through. Maybe they're not citizens. Maybe they're not like actual citizens and that's why they don't have to stay, but I heard they're forcing the men to stay there. Ukraine does not seem like a place that a person like Chris Holowicki would want to live. I probably wouldn't want to live in Poland either, though. Yeah, into the second sentence that you put MCADHD, in the case of Syrian refugees, yeah, it was 60% men between the ages of like 15 and 30. It Yeah, that a huge difference. There's so many different factors between those two things and what was happening, who was showing up on boats, people who were smuggling, like human trafficking people over into Europe. And just like, and I'm a dum dum who was just sort of semi following it on the side, following that whole story and the fact that this is happening right now, and people are comparing this, what's happening in Ukraine, to that was happening a few years ago. It's ridiculous. It's like, those are obviously different, like, instantly. You should be able to pick up on that. Not the same. Alrighty then. MCAHG, are you still there? Oh, every time I'm about to like, alright, he's gone. Of course, you are accustomed to living standard that for now Poland cannot provide, but are going there, and you would have culture shock when living there. One of my sisters, she lived in Poland for a while, and she got sick because for some reason, she didn't know that she wasn't supposed to drink the tap water there. She was drinking that. But she did live there for a while. But that was one of the things she told me about, is the water's no good. Don't drink the water at the tap. I don't know if that's true in everywhere, but she got some bad tap on the first day. Wow. So is um Ukraine is would you say is more third world than Poland then? I have no fucking idea, MC80HD666. Keep in mind, I don't know nothing about nothing. Also, your name is ADHD. I want to ask you if you have ADHD because I've just started taking ADHD medication this year. And if we've already discussed this and I don't remember, just tell me. I am a big fan. Yes. Well, I have ADD, but they say ADHD is the same thing. But I was diagnosed in like 1996 or 1997. So they called it ADD back then. But I just started taking Ritalin for the first time since like the 90s. Since the late 90s. I started taking Ritalin for the first time since the late 90s, and oh my god. Oh my god. I definitely should have been on this stuff since I should have continued to have been on this stuff since the 90s. Because, yeah, it it's turned off so much like frustration and confusion and anxiety in my day to day. I don't know if you take any stuff for your ADHD, but I've been unmedicated since the 90s for my full blown ADD that I have. And I just started taking pills again this year, and it's like night and day. It really helps. It really helps when I need to do things that are unnatural, but need to be done. In Poland 2022 have reached Western materialism levels, just our salaries are shit. Hey man, our salaries. Well, I don't know. I don't know what your salaries are. I don't know what the Polish dollar is worth. I don't know how we would compare. But it's tough. It's not like it's easy getting by in America. In America. It's like, it seems impossible to get by. To be honest. Mm. Oh, I forgot I mentioned water. Yeah, the person I was talking about who was in Poland, this would have been in the late 2000s. So like almost 15 years ago. So every Polish dollar is worth a quarter. And how many Polish is there a minimum wage in Poland? How much is it? We can get to the bottom of this right now if there's a minimum wage. I almost have I have a dime and 2 pennies. What is 3,000 PLN? That's the minimum wage? Wait. God damn it. I've probably asked you like 10 questions. 3,000 an hour? A year? A week? Excuse me. Does it work like on a salary pay or do you work per hour? Like, I don't know. See, no, look, I just asked you 15 more questions. Are you in my Discord, MC ADHD? Why don't we just have a voice chat through the Discord to end my stream? And we could talk about Poland. Are you in my Discord? $3,000. Somebody texted me. I have to look on my phone for a second. $750 a month. Man, I could not live off of less than. Okay, so. So that would be $750 per month. I need over $2,000 a month to maintain my stuff. You're in my Discord? Okay, let's do the voice chat. Go into the public voice chat on my Discord. Or you're part of my Discord? Oh yeah. Yeah, just jump into the voice thing. The Satan? Are you the Satan? Hello? Oh. Fuck. Am I in?
Hello, yes, the Satan,
Whoa!
that's me.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I can ask all your questions.
Awesome. I'm gonna check the audio levels on the live stream real quick. Let's see here.
Just
One
just want
second.
to clarify one thing.
Oh, you sound better than I do on the live stream. Like, your audio sounds studio quality and I sound like dog shit.
I'm.
Yeah, how you doing, man? It's cool to actually talk to you.
It's good to talk to you too. Anyway, I'm doing great. I'm resting. I will be soon taking a bath, finally, but not to wash myself mostly, but relaxing bath.
Very nice. A spa day.
Yes. And to clarify that, I get it. Why you need more than $2,000 for upkeep your stuff every month because you have higher prices. We have also not such prices like in the US, but yes, they can be quite high in bigger cities.
Yeah. Like, how much it like shit. Well, there's a conversion rate, but I'm like, how much is like a 6 pack of beer? Like these lights don't cost that much. Like, how much does the electricity cost? Like, I don't know how much of a electricity costs in Poland. I don't know how this and that costs. So it's really hard to really gauge. Uh, you know.
Well, it it depends also how much you of course you use of it. I mean, a six pack of beer, well, that thing is quite common, so it's quite cheap. You know, an average beer costs like a little bit more than $1 in Poland, like 5 PLN, and
So one
and
beer costs $1, which that means it would cost like an American $quarter.
no shit, it does in America.
Well, you
Wow.
said that. Well, no, I'm talking reverse because you said that uh, the Polish dollar is worth 1/4 of the American dollar.
No. I am talking about American in American dollars now. Uh, that in American dollars, one Polish beer, at least the average one, would cost because
Oh,
of
no,
the
no, no.
inflation now.
I'm reaching back further, back in the text conversation when you said that $1 in Poland is about worth 1/4 of what $1 in American money is. So,
I probably type it either way. I probably have American dollar is worth more than 4 PLN. You know, it's four zloty. So yes, one American dollar is four zloty, 4 PLN.
oh, one American dollar is worth, okay, 4 Polish bucks?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. So that means that one beer in Poland, if let's say I came over to Poland with all my American money and converted it, every single, well, the beer would be worth a little bit more than this coin. So that's how I've broken it down, and that's how I've made sense of it in my brain.
Well, for sure.
Yeah. So that's that. When you break it down in beers, all of a sudden economics makes sense to me.
um, just a moment. I'll return in a moment.
Oh, okay.
I mean, your Polish roots surely shows your true colors. I mean, it makes a lot of sense for my countrymen too.
I'm like I'm from Chicagoland, where I guess in my
Oh,
area it's the highest concentration of Polish people in all of America. So that's
well,
why
for
I'm
sure.
here. Because Polish
Well,
people
when you
came
said
here.
Chicago, I already was okay. That makes sense. And Holowiki. I mean, the pronunciation of your name it's Holowicki, basically.
Yes,
We would say it
yes.
like this.
That's what people tell me when I run into people from the motherland. They'll tell me like the Halavitsky, and I'm just like yes. But there is some, there is a little bit. There's very few people alive in my family who still speaks Polish, but we sing like Stolat for birthdays. They sing the happy birthday in Polish. Uh,
Well,
Probably very
this
butchered at this
well,
point.
100 years of life more after the year that you have lived.
Wait, what
When
was
they
that?
think
You were kind of breaking up a little bit.
uh, what they really say is 100 years.
Yeah.
Stolat.
Yeah,
That's what they
yeah,
wish
yeah.
you after every year.
Wish you another 100 years.
That's our happy birthday version.
Yeah. Wait, that's what my family. That's I hear that at, well, shit, I'm so old now. I'm almost 40, so I'm not going to cousins' birthday parties anymore. But growing up, all the birthday parties, they would sing American Happy Birthday and then Polish Happy Birthday right after that.
Well, I get it.
Yeah. They you know, 'cause they had I guess some people in my family they had like some Polish restaurants and stuff, but that was before me. That was probably like in like the 60s and 70s, maybe even in the 80s. But no, I was born in 85, so it wasn't when I was
Well,
up and about.
this is my year of my birth, so we are basically the same age.
Oh yeah, 80. You're 85 too.
Yes.
Nice. When's your birthday?
On the 19th of September.
Nice. I'm older than you. June 25th.
June.
Yeah. And get this. You know why my birthday is the best birthday for a Catholic Polish person, a Catholic raised Polish child? Is because, well, the Polish thing doesn't even play into it, but I have the best birthday because Christmas is December 25th, and my birthday is directly 6 months after Christmas on June 25th. I have the
Oh,
best present distribution of all the children in Americana. All those kids who had birthdays close to Christmas, they always got fucked on their Christmas presents. Summer birthdays, best Christmas present. Or best birthday presents.
I'm beginning to notice and understand it.
Yeah. It's a separation. Plus, you even get little sprinkles of presents. There's Easter. My parents were the people. They were people. They'd give us Easter baskets because that was big in the '90s. I don't even know if they do Easter baskets anymore in America. That seems like an American thing, like something that the grocery stores came up with to sell shit to people.
Well,
That that doesn't seem like I don't even know if that's a you're, it is a pagan kind of thing.
it
The
is.
whole Easter thing.
Of
Yeah.
course it is.
Yeah.
And it was probably adopted from Slavic paganism, because when I always seeing those painted eggs, though, in those Polish Easter baskets, I'm like, holy shit! And you want to tell me that it's pure Catholic Christian
Yeah.
holiday? Bullshit.
They stole all of that neat stuff from all these probably cooler religions. These less dangerous and brutal religions, at least. Well, I don't know. I don't know shit about the pagans. They probably were fucking
I mean,
killing people.
Slavic paganism wasn't maybe that violent and barbaric, but maybe also because the people there weren't that, how to say it, advanced and evolved.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the woman would like it. I get that, because and that's why I don't cry for Slavic paganism as a man. When we talk about Christianity, because it at least remove the cuckoldry and the wide acceptance of cuckoldom from this country, because more than 1,000 years ago, women with children, single mothers were not only I mean, accepted, but they were women to be advertised for marriage, because if she had a few children, it means that guys loved her or like her, and the other guy should marry her. If that isn't some kind of a form of extreme cuckoldry, I don't know what it is. So good.
Oh my gosh. How long ago did you say this was?
More than 1,000 years ago, it was
More
the
than
Slavic.
more than they have. Okay, there's Polish history going back over 1,000 years.
Yes, And unfortunately for Poland, when the country was baptized, it is almost the same time when the country started to form and started to exist, because Polish history is like 1,000 years.
You know, um, and this practice that happened over 1,000 years ago, uh, it sounds like almost like the opposite of barbarism and extremity. Like, you hear about like how species will kill off cubs to just to just so they can fuck and pass on their seed. The fact that that was going on over 1,000 years ago in the disgusting cutthroat human race, that if you just look back in American history a few hundred years ago, they were fucking just killing each other wanton. It's like everyone was just murder frenzy all throughout Europe and America. It's like murder has gone down so much crazy, but the fact that that was part of Polish culture is like, if you find a woman who has children, you should try to take care of them. That actually, I don't know. It doesn't, like, especially that far back in the past where everyone was awful. I mean, I don't
Because
know. I find that way more fascinating than, and I admire that of the Polish people. I would put that as a feather in my cap. That, because back then it's like, it wasn't like now. It wasn't like it was social media. It's not like these single women's children had OnlyFans pages. It's like, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it was a pan-Slavic thing basically, because women in that entire region, not only Poland, have a very quite high social position. Whatever the Western left is telling you, the truth is that women in most of those countries, and in Poland especially, we had a lot of wars in history, and the men usually didn't return to their houses because they were either way dead, disabled, or taken into I don't know, as slaves sometimes, but this or other
Yeah.
side. And what was the outcome of it? The woman had to be given more privileges, and rights. In other words, had to be made more powerful to do stuff, and sometimes have rights and privileges that women in many countries, even in the West, could only dream of. But it's only because there were nobody else left alive sometimes, and there were more women than men alive in the country.
Wow, so it was a phenomenon, you're saying. It's something
Yes,
that just came about
but it,
because of so much conflict that all the people who were forced to fight died. And then there's
yeah,
just
that's the point.
chicks left.
It was a long, long time ago, but the
Man,
remains
see,
of those traditions are
there's
to seen.
there's so many stories in history that could be told, and I've never heard of this before in my fucking life. Polish history from over 1,000 years ago, and that's what you just told me. Sounds like an amazing television show that could be done without any, like, tastefully and historically accurate. Well, it's historically accurate. You could do something that happened 1,000 fucking years ago, but it's just it's there's so many ups and downs, and it makes you think about what's going on right now, and what's going on with the world right now, and like how things could fucking shift big time,
Well,
right?
they can,
Yeah.
And this region that we are living in is it's quite dangerous, unfortunately, because
Yeah, you're
it was a war region always from the time beginning.
yeah. Dude, fucking the Polish people are the most metal motherfuckers on planet Earth. They're friggin' on horses fighting Nazis in tanks. Polish people are the most
Well,
metal.
that's partly true, but they have forgot about the thing that we had our own anti-tank weapons on those those cavalrymen had their own anti-tank weapons, but we didn't have that much of a well-supplied equipped army, so we have ridden on horses with those anti-tank guns to shoot the tank.
That is metal as fuck. That's why it's metal. Death metal.
But what should we do? Give in after 20 years of finally regaining independence just like that? No, fuck them. Let them fight for our country to take it.
Are you worried about all your shit getting destabilized? Um,
Could be. I'm not that worried, but it could be. I mean, the way the Russians are dealing in Ukraine and the way it is going for them, so I'm not that much worried because after this war they will be severely weakened. I mean, they are losing a lot of equipment, they are losing a lot of their best stuff, and this organization and this array. My parents, my grandparents, people from around the country, and I spoke about them serving in the Warsaw Pact Polish People's Army, because that's what the army was back in those days. And when they were training with the Russians, the exact same problems. They describe it to me, like you see in the news, about the Russian disarray, the lack of proper logistics, the not well treating the soldiers, not taking care of the equipment, etc., etc. All of that things are nothing new.
wow. Yeah, but well, I mean, this isn't like ongoing thing. I trust you more than I trust someone saying that, just like some stupid ass American outlet saying, oh, the Russians don't know what they're doing. They're doing this. It's all bullshit. I'll trust like cell phone footage. There's no cell phone footage coming out of fucking Ukraine. It's it's all just these weird articles. And it started off on day one with
Well, I
bunch
get
of
it.
fake
The
news.
quality of, I mean, the quality of journalism. I know that it have severely declined in the West through the years. But let me warn you. But trusting the Russian media is also not a good idea.
Oh
Those
yeah,
people have no history of any credible journalism. Basically, it's always propaganda in the Soviet times, and they haven't changed much even today.
yeah,
But I try to filter the information. I spoke with Ukrainians also that have families there that were living there.
yeah.
So yes, this mess in the Russian army actually is true. This thing is true because first-hand experience. They can say, but it is all anecdotal evidence. I mean, probably the pro-Russian leftists would say, well, I have gathered thousands of such anecdotal evidence from stories around the country when I have traveled here and there. Also, when I traveled through the ex-Soviet bloc countries like Czech Republic, Slovakia, Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, I was in those places. Also, Ukraine, a long time before the war.
Nice. Excuse me. Yeah, it's just like a constant little like source of anxiety, and I think they sort of like do this on purpose because it's like all of a sudden you can see anything that's happening, you can get access to anything that's happening anywhere, and all of a sudden there's this country where what, like there's a YouTuber, Aluna Lavrion, Lev,
Alona Lavrionova. I know
yeah.
the Ukrainian girl.
Yeah, she's a Ukrainian girl. Apparently, she's not in Ukraine now. She left Ukraine when the shit hit the fan, and she's just like raising money, fundraising and stuff. But yeah, like where was I going with that? Um, there's. Oh yeah, I mean, I know that there's YouTubers. She's the only Ukrainian YouTuber I know, but why aren't I seeing? Why am I not seeing? Like, I am subscribed to all of the gore and live leak type feeds. Like, I have that stuff. Like, when I wake up, I'm gonna know about something fucking crazy that's happened with, like, police shootings or whatever. People that capture stuff on camera. I'm getting nothing. It's been months. I'm getting nothing out of the Ukraine. And I'm just like, aren't people, like, leaking videos out? It's like, I'm getting more, I'm getting, I'm
You
getting a
know,
lot of police footage seems to be a good steady flow. You can get your access to that, but not even the cartels. Like it seems like all the or maybe they're just shutting down the gore sites. You're not seeing the horrible things that are actually happening. It's like everything's getting bleached down, and you're getting like a Disney version of the world on the internet now. I think it's I don't know. I feel like I should be seeing a lot more fucked up stuff right now. Because people are telling me that thousands of people are dying in Russians and Ukrainians. I've heard people saying that today on shows. And
well, no,
where is it?
knowing the
Where is
Russian,
it?
I will be biased now, unfortunately, but uh, knowing the stories about Russian regard for human life when they were in the Soviet army, um, when they committed the so-called liberating from the Nazis. It wasn't liberating; it was just installment of another terrible regime. But anyway, what I want to say is that uh, Russians don't care about that stuff too much about civilians, human lives, and Geneva Convention. It's like it's not something that they care about or actually even I don't know if they even know that something like that exists. Ukrainians, on the other hand, well, they also could commit war crimes because they were under the Russian or Soviet boot for so long that they could adapt their national character traits and the old, old customs or old habits die hard in the army
Yeah.
too.
I, I'm just saying, like, none of these. I guess maybe like the cell phone towers have probably been hit, but none of these young people who are killing each other are taking cell phone videos out of the Ukraine and the Russian army. This isn't like the American army. These are
Since
like the Ukraine and the Russian army.
you don't
There's
use
no.
your
I'm
cell
not
phone.
seeing any. Well, oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's the other thing. There's those Reddit uh, wannabe mercenaries who show up to the Ukraine and they're taking photos. They get geotagged and then they get places bombed. I've heard that
That's the point.
that was happening. Okay. Alright, that's why
Don't
I'm not seeing shit.
don't use a fucking cell phone when you are in a war zone. They have the equipment to geo track you and they can catch up on your conversation and pinpoint you right for the artillery strike.
So, do you think that that is a good sign that so then civilians, they're not thinking about that. They would film everything. So is that a good sign that civilians have been evacuated out of areas that are being shelled for the most part?
Of course, that is a good thing, especially that the Russians lack, uh, if they have any precision weapons. It's basically too expensive for them to have any precision weapons.
Oh, so
You know,
they're like, hey, all the civilians, get the fuck out of here because this thing could land wherever.
well, when you have been shown in the TV all those parades and marches through the Red Square in Moscow with all that equipment, this equipment mostly is only for the show off, for flexing muscles and saber rattling. They simply don't have too many things to show or to use in Ukraine. I mean, the modern stuff. That's why they are
Oh.
showing off.
Oh, well, well, I'm talking about like either side. It's like, what about well, I'm talking about like Ukraine. All right, let's rewind a little bit. I'm not seeing a lot of footage from Ukrainian citizens on the ground, you know? People filming from their homes. Is that a sign that civilians have moved out of areas that are being bombed? So the civilian casualties are relatively low.
Well, that's sure is a good sign, but that civilian casualties are relatively low. I wouldn't count on that to be honest,
I don't
because
know. I have no idea. I'm just saying, I'm like, you can't keep, if everyone there, I mean, their cell phones could run out of batteries, they don't have power, but I can't believe that I've not seen, all of a sudden it's just dead. There's no footage being able to be sent out that is being plastered online from inside Ukraine. It's just like there's not enough. It's like, what the fuck is going on? I can't see anything. I don't.
well,
Yeah. Is there a sign? Is that a good sign that we're not seeing a bunch of cell phone footage from people who live in Ukraine? That there's not a bunch of civilians dying, because I don't know what the body count is. I don't know what the official anything is. I'm just like, I just hope. Is that a good sign for that innocent people who not involved in the military, whatever, that they're
well, it's
yeah.
it's war. Basically, maybe the last thing on their mind is filming that and showing that to the world, because they constantly are in fear of their lives, and they think how either how to escape it, or if they don't have any place to escape, or where to find their hideout, and also if they will have to live there for an extended period of time, where to find water, food, etc., etc., because no side, and the Russians especially, will not feed the civilians. They, as I told you, they don't care about those things.
Yeah.
They even haven't supplied their own army for this war. You have seen the Russian
Yeah.
military NRAs.
Yeah.
They are expired from 2015. You think that the Russians will be stealing from them, from the civilians,
Mhm.
whatever they can to eat and to
Wow.
drink? And yes, and if the civilians will be opposing it, they may get killed for that. And frankly, who will stop the Russians doing that? And I know that they will, because I heard many stories like that from my grandparents.
Yeah.
The guy wanted to have an argument that why the Russians are taking his cow. He got immediately shot in the head.
God fucking damn it.
Yes, it was after the so-called liberation from the Nazi forces, when in fact. Um, women there in that region were hiding in the bushes in the forest, just to be sure that they would be not getting raped by the Russian Soviet army battalions. And what can I say? The civilian population sometimes were running after German soldiers, because they were feeling much more safer under Nazi occupation than under Soviet one. And I'm not joking. I had heard this thing many times from them, from people around the country when I have traveled, that sometimes that the Soviets were worse than the Nazis, and it's insane, but so many anecdotal evidence, from so many people that are not related to each other and that don't even know each other.
Yeah, it's two. One successfully killed way more than the other, but at least one of them has been completely eliminated. The Germans are absolute pussycats nowadays. They don't even have weapons. But yeah, Russia,
But I will
Russia.
tell you one thing: the Germans were even then on a higher level of civilization, even doing that, even being those bastards, than the Russians ever were, unfortunately. You
The
know,
were you saying the Germans had a more hoity-toity, more high-class lifestyle than the Germans? I mean, no, than the Russians. But
oh yes,
yeah,
holy shit, they were one of them. I mean, even before the First World War, they were one of the economic powers in the world. They were like a powerhouse.
yeah. But then they tried to go to war with the world twice.
Yes, yes, and that's why we have to keep an eye on them, unfortunately, because they are not to be trusted with that.
They're giving them
This is-
weapons again, and I don't trust them. That
uh,
Angela Merkel, she looks like an absolute ghoul.
she is.
She's
You know,
spooky as hell.
the problem with the Germans is that they prefer order over freedom. I mean, they have even this German sentence, Ordnung muss sein, what it means there must be order. And unfortunately, the organization, order, and discipline are things that they value the most. And yes, there is a big danger that they would sacrifice freedom for those things, and then you know what can happen again. But fortunately, they don't have nuclear weapons, so we don't have to be afraid of them that much.
Do Polacks embrace chaos by any chance?
Well, we for sure embrace freedom much more than the Germans would or the Russians. I mean, we didn't even have an absolute monarch in our history. In fact, the king's power were never that much of a thing. The nobility was like ruling, the true rulers of the country. And even in the medieval times, 10% of the population, the nobility, were the only people so far that had the right to vote, but it was still 10% in 500 years ago, and it was 500 years ago.
Oh my gosh, you're like a Polish history historian. We maybe we should start a podcast where we just talk about Polish. You tell me about Polish history.
Well, many of the people in the country, me included, are quite passionate about it. But yes, we embrace chaos. We love it. We prefer chaos over too much organization, because too much organization leads to totalitarianism, and we are afraid of
Yes.
it.
Oh my gosh. I've definitely come from a people, even though I'm not pure, and even though I'm not, even though I'm like Scottish and Irish and English and a bunch of other things.
And let me tell you, after being subdued by the three powers for 123 years, by Germany, Russia, and Austria, for more than a century, and then having your independence gain, and then being once again first under the Nazi and under the communist rule, it has shaped our mentality to not trust the government like crazy.
Yeah,
In
after
fact,
you got 20 years, and they try to fuck with you again. Yeah, that man, man,
yes,
history is interesting. Maybe I should like learn about history instead of watching MCU TV shows. Maybe I
well,
should just learn
that
about
depends where,
history.
because some people, I have the luck that I had a history teacher that would be talking about it like about a wild party with full of orgies. I mean, uh, she talked about history the same way that you'd feel like you'd like to hear her more and more, because the way she have described it and teach us history, she wasn't boring, in other words.
Where
But
did, where did you learn history from?
well, first from her, actually, from my ex-history teacher. Then I have studied myself, because I was interested. But it was only because the way she have teach me history, and I mean, it was amazing. No other could do that to me. No other historian, history teacher. I was like always bored and wanted to go to sleep whenever they were saying. But she, holy shit.
That's what I'm saying. I want to sign up for her class.
Well, unfortunately, she's dead now, so it's too late.
Oh, that's sad. I pictured that she would be alive. I was gonna say younger, but also yeah. First
Okay,
off, yeah.
okay, Chris, I would like to talk to you more, but unfortunately I have to go. So,
I
till
actually
next
have to
time.
end the stream too, but it was fucking awesome talking. Yeah, and we will yeah, fucking message me. Let's fucking hang out. Let's do a hangout soon. It was awesome chilling, and thanks for everybody watching. Like, subscribe, hit the
Okay,
bong for
so
notifications. Mad
till
props
next
to our
time.
guest, MC ADHD 666 Volume 2. You're the shit, man. This is a great combo.
Okay.